Is that a Fiat Panda?
Fiat Panda 4x4.
It's terrible.
It's fantastic.
No, that's fantastic. Look at that. That is a sturdy car, that is.
Isn't that a very popular car with the gay community?
Is it?
Oh, yeah, there was a thing in America where they had the top 10 LGBT cars, and that came third or something.
Oh, no, wait, it isn't a Ford Cortina. It's another Biturbo.
No, this is the 430.
It isn't.
It is.
Biturbo.
This isn't a Biturbo.
It is.
That's a Biturbo.
Hammond, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but the Ghibli, the Racing, the Carif, the Shamal, the 222 and the 430, they were all the same car. They haven't got any money. They just changed the name badge on the back. These are the same car. Yours is very ugly, but it's the same car.
This is not ugly. This is elegant. This is Italian style.
It isn't.
That is a fabulous looking thing. Let's have a look at this. And what have you got? It's a bit gaudy, mate. Get out! Save yourself!
Yes! Feel the power of that!
Have you seen all this? There's no other word for it. Oil.
Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever seen a more ungainly looking machine? What's the matter? Is your door broken?
No, I'm broken. Can you hold the door for me? Thank you. The Maserati Zagato Spyder.
No, Biturbo, mate.
No, it's a Zagato
It is
Spyder.
all Biturbos. I think the Italian government or Fiat, they all sort of had bits of it.
Right.
And they just ran around going, we made a new car, look. And it was exactly the same as the last car, it just had a new name. It isn't brown.
Yes, it is.
It isn't brown, it's sunset orange.
It's not brown in the way that my car is green. It's brown.
Your car is a convertible BMW 7 Series.
No, it isn't.
But is it a 7 Series underneath?
Well, bits of the floor pan
There
are.
you go. £265,000 for a convertible 7 Series.
It isn't.
If you're going to drive across Italy, which we're going to do, taking in some culture, that's what you need.
A brown car.
It isn't brown.
It's brown.
You know that isn't really a Mercedes, don't you?
Oh,
It's
really?
just a Nissan with Mercedes written on it.
And it's got a Nissan engine.
Yeah.
And that's his problem, because it's only a 2.3 four-cylinder diesel. Oh, I'm sorry, there's more to it than that. This is supposed to be a Nissan and a Mercedes, the world's most durable thing, and it's got a flexible back end. It's rubbish. That is actually genuinely rubbish.
What is that?
This is a Cadillac STS, and you can shut up.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Good, because this is fitted with one of the best.
Oh, hello. James May in a Lancia Gamma Coupe. It's one of the prettiest cars ever made, but don't tell him I said that. Morning, May. How much?
£13,500.
Oh, so £3,500 more than I paid for this vastly superior Alfa Romeo.
Well, £13,500 is a bargain for a car that is coach-built and extremely rare and beautiful.
But it isn't exotic like this is.
What do you mean it's not exotic?
9. How much?
£2,250.
Somebody saw you coming, Hammond.
What? For a baby Ferrari? 2,200.
Did you just call it a baby Ferrari?
He did.
Because it is mid-engined Italian. It's exactly what it is. Why has it got this plastic bit in the middle of the bonnet?
Genius. The engine in this car had a small issue. It used to backfire, well, front fire actually, and blow the top off the engine, yeah? So that would damage the bonnet. So they put this plastic panel, which was easier to replace.
Why didn't they stop it backfiring?
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
They were busy.
Lazy.
Brown!
What?
Brown!
It's sunburst orange.
Mate, that's a brown car.
It's sunburst orange. It's not brown.
It's brown!
Orange.
And it looks very like a Toyota.
Is
No,
it
it
on
doesn't.
delivery wheels? Are they specially for delivering it?
What are you talking
No,
about?
there's
like
little
casters.
wheels that they can
Yeah,
move
yeah.
it around. Oh! And I suspect criminal offence.
What?
Anyone who puts an M badge on a BMW that isn't an M BMW has to go to prison.
So this is one of those M cars that isn't an M
It
car.
isn't
They've
an
done
M
that
car,
before.
is it?
I hate your gear lever.
I love it.
Look at it.
I think that's fantastic.
And the rest, it's horrible gear lever and a boring interior.
That's contemporary and tasteful. Let's have a look at yours. What have you got? Oh, you've got the new
where?
Bentley
Oh,
that's
the
the same as
Bentley.
the old Bentley.
Apart from being a completely new car.
Yeah, but it looks the same.
It doesn't look the same.
This monochrome Union Jack applied by Germans.
Yes. There is some German influence.
Chassis, German.
Yeah,
Engine,
yeah,
German.
yeah. Oh, no! The Germans have done all the tech and engineering. That'll... No, wait, it'll be brilliant. Oh, the brakes are brilliant.
On the line.
Right. Oh, that's not... That doesn't help much.
You can't see behind you, can you?
I just want to be really accurate, and you can help with that.
That's in the way, and that's in the way. That's why the early ones had a periscope. Do you know, I was just explaining to the viewers before we stopped what a sham this car is. That rear wing has no effect other than to slow the car down and make the front go light when you're at high speed. Why don't we tell the viewers how the indicator stalk on your supercar comes from a Morris Marina?
Well, why don't we talk about the fact that the electric door mirror adjusters on yours are out of an Austin Montego?
I was hoping you didn't know
I
that.
did.
Ahem. Rod Stewart had a Testarossa.
Rod Stewart had a Countach.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is the new Porsche Macan Turbo Performance Pack. You get 40 horsepower more than the standard turbo, so it makes 434 of them in total.
I'm sorry, 434?
Yeah, in there, yes.
And you managed to make it move?
Why?
505.
Italian horses. These are German horses.
How many torques?
442.
443.
All right, one more.
Well, it's too many for a car on stilts.
This isn't.
It's
It's
very
look
high,
at
that, isn't it?
What do you mean? Of course it's high.
It looks like somebody startled it.
It's an SUV.
That than one of those.
Is that the new Honda Civic Type
The
R?
new one, and it is hideous.
It is, honestly.
It's worse than the last one. It's awful.
I mean, the original 90s Civic
was
Type
good.
R was brilliant, but that is disgusting. It's revolting, is what it is. Mind you, it's not as revolting
What?
as what's just got out of it.
Oh, God.
Why are you here?
I'm here because I heard that you two were talking complete rubbish. You don't buy an old black and white television set. You don't buy a Bakelite telephone. Why would you buy an old car?
Because they're
New
stylish.
No, new stuff is better than old stuff. I've explained this to you before. The world now is better than it was just 1 minute ago.
No, it isn't, because a minute ago you weren't here.
Yeah, that's true, and neither was that thing, and I do hate it.
It is. That's one of the most revolting cars I've ever seen.
You see, that's amazing. You're both talking rubbish again.
£60,000.
So you could have both of our cars and everything you see in the back of a shot here for the price of one of these Alfa Romeo.
Too far from outside to inside.
It's miles.
Yes, thick sills, the strength.
Look
It
at
is.
this. Rotary heater knobs.
Wow, it's like being in the 1970s. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is, actually.
Handbrake. Look at that. Is that fixed on or has that come off?
Alfa Romeo, purveyors of disappointment for nearly 3 decades.
Look at this. Classy.
Oh,
Yeah? Feel the quality
let me
in
feel
that.
that. £60,000.
And this. So that's the noise you want to hear.
If you ever buy a new item of clothing, never show it to these two, because they're like, "Ooh, what are you wearing that jacket for? It makes you look like a German game show host."
This is an aerial nomad.
Why didn't you bring a Porsche? You could have brought that Porsche. What is it? The new one? No, the one that was the Cockster, that is now the 971.
The 718.
Yes, that. Why didn't you bring that?
Because I brought this.
Nobody's going to say, should I buy an Audi or some scaffolding?
I grant you, it's... No, because they're both
What?
cars.
Are they the same price? No. Do they have the same performance? No. Are they for the same thing? It isn't.
It is.
No, this was a very poor Jaguar.
No, this was a very good Jaguar.
They looked all right when they were supercharged and lower, but this
No,
is...
but they didn't work properly when they were supercharged and lower because they had a terrible ride. The one thing you get from a Jag is a nice ride. You're disconnected from the
Yes.
world. That's the point. Anyway.
And those wheels, what's the matter? There's no anyway about it. That's the best Jag probably ever made. Well, it is.
No.
Tell me, what's wrong with that? That is a proper Jag.
Jag. Oh, yes.
Whatever you do, OK, do not tell him that.
No. Hammond, you idiot.
What?
Well, we're supposed to be upholding the reputation of Jaguar. You've brought an antique, you've brought an old piece of furniture.
Look at this front end started with this car. That's the Jaguar look, isn't it? The 4 headlamps, the narrow
Hammond,
grille.
seriously, what is that?
It's a 420G. This was favoured by every villainous bank robber and baddie in and around England in the 60s.
And how much did you pay for it?
£6,500.
What?
I know. That is a lot of car for £6,500. Look at the size of it.
Hammond, that is £2,500 more than I paid for a supercharged Jaguar.
That is Jaguar's embarrassing attempt to recapture their own design. The size of this. Imagine how many oil paintings borrowed I could get in there. Toolkit.
Let me have a look.
That's for opening windows.
This is no.
this is not necessarily for fixing the car.
No, none of it. That's for cutting through somebody's fence. The Jaguar toolkit is just for burglaries.
It's got Jemmy. Rimac is already working with Koenigsegg and Aston Martin on their battery tech. It's that they make nearly every bit of this car themselves. Switchgear, headlamps, all in-house.
Apart from the leather, if you go for that, which is Bulgarian.
Oh, I love Bulgarian leather.
It's my favourite. But anyway, the reason I like the Aventador most is because it defines the supercar. It was designed to make people go, wow, and it does. If you want to go fast, buy a Ferrari.
Or a Rimac.
And that's for shaving your legs, if you're a lady.
You know that the sort of time and thought that Lamborghini put into that, Honda put into things that they thought were important, like making a new type of steel section for that pillar so it can be smaller, so you can see out better, 10 radiators to cool the drivetrain, and lots of other stuff that make modern technology simple to use.
I just don't like it.
Well, how is that relevant? I'm talking about it, and I like it. So
I
you're wrong.
I wanted to like it, but I don't.
You're redundant.
I didn't like. I really wanted to like it. I've been 10 years looking forward to it. I wanted to like it. I got in it. I didn't like it.
But it doesn't matter because I do.
You are
No,
wrong.
I'm not.